What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone is Here tournament. Got an interesting matchup today, but yeah, before we start, if you want to join the Discord, feel free. Link in the description. There's plenty of stuff that goes on. Well, plenty of stuff that will be going on in the Discord. I got some plans, but yeah, if you want to join, feel free. Again, link in the description. There we go. Got that out of the way. But if you haven't seen this before, which most of us have by now, but real quick, 100 characters are put into a tournament. Each day on the channel, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. I'll talk about the 2 characters that happen to be in the match for the day. Maybe go over a little bit of facts. Maybe a mini moveset pool for how the character might play. Just whatever. And then we'll vote between one of the 2 characters. We'll vote for them down in the comments. But voting's a part of the rules, so here comes the rest of the rules on screen. And the first rule that you got to keep in mind, this is for fun. Why is that a rule, though? Some people do ask. It's a rule because I want you to keep in mind this legitimately is for fun. You vote for who you want, all right? Vote for who you personally want, not who's necessarily more likely. Always vote for who you want personally, all right? But do remember, you only get 1 vote per person. How do you vote? Very simple. Down in the comments, you simply type the name of the character that you are voting for. If you happen to like both the characters in the matchup for the day, feel free to drop. Feel free to vote for both by typing the word both. It's all good. It's always been a rule. Still is a rule. It's all good. But the rest of the rules, it's a double elimination tournament, meaning any character will have to lose 2 matches before being officially eliminated. And once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of the matches, if there's a tie in the number of votes, I'm just going to flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you got 7 days to get your votes in once the video goes live. So, yeah, those are all the rules. So we'll jump into the rest of the video, shall we? All right, so let's go over the results from last week. And the matchup was from Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil series, who was taking on Psylocke from the Metroid Prime series. It was relatively close in terms of voting, but ultimately one of the characters won. What a shock. Here are the results. There we go. Jill Valentine ended up winning, despite being a spirit, which, again, you always vote for who you personally want, not who's necessarily more likely. So, yeah, Jill Valentine ended up winning this one, 35 votes to Psylocke's 25 votes. So, Psylocke, he's gone from the tournament as well. Jill Valentine moves on for at least 1 more because we are in the loser bracket, remember. If you're in the loser bracket, you have 1 loss already. So, yeah, that's the result. So we'll jump straight into the matchup for today. So it's an interesting match, and I kind of like it for a few reasons. I think both these characters, there's a decent possibility both of them could happen, and the matchup is Fortnite default Jonesy, I guess. Well, you could say any of the default skins technically because there's quite a few of them. But yeah, Fortnite is taking on Sora from Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, a lot of buzz about Sora. So we'll see how this matchup plays out. Match 99. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, but let's start with Fortnite. Now, you could still say that Fortnite is extremely popular. Maybe even, going back a year, it's not nearly as popular as it was. It has definitely died down, but it still has a tremendously ginormous fan base. If you play games, you know what Fortnite is. And if you don't, you're lying, all right? Doesn't mean you had to play the game. I did for a couple years, but I kind of grew out of that, and it's just like, I don't find it fun anymore. Just the whole idea of a battle royale, but you get to build a bunch of just buildings and order. Like, that's not battle royale. Whatever. That kind of I got turned off of the game. It wasn't necessarily fun for me anymore. But anyway, Fortnite, it's known around the world. So many tournaments, so many streamers and YouTubers, and everybody's doing videos. Everybody's playing this game at some point, right? Well, that's the thing. When going back to the Game Awards, the Reggie comment or whatever for Smash DLC, they're casting the net far and wide in the reaches for video games. Now, keep it in mind, Fortnite extremely popular. Now, what way, whether you like Fortnite or not, what better way for Nintendo to kind of be like, hey, it's very popular. Maybe we could get some of that Fortnite audience, Fortnite gamers. Maybe we could get them to come over into Smash Bros. They'll be like, hey, yo, we got Super Smash Bros. Or we got a Fortnite character in Super Smash Bros. And the best thing about it, Fortnite characters all have the exact same hitbox, same running animations. They have the same everything. So Easy, super easy thing to do, which would actually be kind of cool. And they should do it if Fortnite were to get a character. Each of the 8 different character skins would actually be a different skin from Fortnite. You could get your default skins, which I think are mostly known because, like, look, if you play Fortnite, you know the term Fortnite. Oh, look, it's a default skin. Everybody knows what it is. So in this case, Jonesy is the example as the default skin. So it is, I think Fortnite's, the character at least, the default skins are, I guess they're recognizable and it helps, but again, that doesn't have to be a big factor. They have to be a fun character. So how would the Fortnite character play? And that's where I think I like the possibility of how the character could potentially play. Now, I'm not saying I'm not throwing, all my wood into that building and be like, yo, hey, yeah, let's do this, right? I'm not building this character up, but the potential is definitely there. So you got all sorts of so many different weapons in the games. You have guns. You got pickaxes. You got grenades. You got slurp juice. You got your bandages. You got your med kits. Whatever. There's so many different things, and with all these different weapons, pistols, assault rifles, snipers, shotguns, grenade launchers, rocket launchers. There's so many things. Launch pads, jump pads. You got spike traps. You could even incorporate somehow like building materials into this character's whatever. So maybe, I hate to use the meter-based kind of idea, but maybe that's kind of how this would work. The more you attack, or maybe even when you get attacked as well, you'll kind of build up materials. Or maybe there's even a move where you can actually summon a pinata for whatever, or crack open a pinata, right? Just pulls out a pinata, boom, cracks it open, you get some supplies. And maybe you can only get, a certain amount of pinatas and break them open per stock, just to kind of not keep it from going extremely out of hand. Because, face it, if you had 8 characters and they're all Fortnite skins, or Fortnite default, or Jonesy, whatever, and they're all playing on the same stage, and they have just unlimited materials over and over and over, just building all over the place, that would be absolutely chaotic and nuts and just wouldn't be fun whatsoever. And that's not Smash Bros. So anyway, Jonesy, a building sort of moveset would actually be very unique, very different. And that's the one thing I think I really would enjoy about the character. If you can bring something unique, I always say it because I always mean it. Bring something unique, I'm more than willing to give you an opportunity, give you a shot. So, like, stage is easy. Fortnite, probably go Tilted Towers, even though it's not there anymore. I don't know. I haven't played it since season 7 or something. It's been a while, but yeah. So they got iconic, memorable places and locations you can turn into a stage for or maybe they could even do it the entire island, and it kind of would be like an island flyby tour kind of thing. You're like on the battle bus itself, and you can fly around, and in the background you'll see all these different landmarks for Fortnite. So just an idea. The potential is obviously there, 100%. It is there. Could it happen? Maybe it's a character. Maybe it's a franchise that's still kind of getting slept on. I know a lot of people don't like Fortnite. I 100% don't blame you whatsoever. But I'm just saying, potential's there. How about another character that might have some potential as well? Look, there's been so many people that have come up with like these pieces of evidence, we could say. There's hints or leaks kind of leaning towards potentially Sora being in Smash Bros. Disney and Square, the whole thing. It's been said that they're willing to let Sora be in Smash Bros. So it's like, all right, hey, Microsoft was saying the same thing with Banjo. They're willing to let him be in Smash Bros. For all these times, and then it finally happened. So like, hey, if it just takes one third-party company to be like, we would be A-okay. We would be super fine with having our character in Super Smash Brothers. Maybe that's all it takes for Nintendo to go, all right, cool, pick up the phone. Yo, we want Sora. Let's work out a deal. They come together on a deal. Sora comes into Smash Bros. Internet explodes. Great way to end the fighter pass, right? I'm just, like, I always say this with Sora or any like the really big AAA kind of characters. I feel Nintendo's either going to go extremely all out for this last character, because they planned it out, by the way. They knew who was going to be first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth, last. Well, now we're getting additional DLC. But keep in mind, the Fighter's Pass was initially supposed to be the DLC to end DLC, right? After Fighter Pass Character 5, that was going to be it. No more content. But Nintendo's like, well, it makes us too much money. We're going to keep putting out new stuff. So it was great as a fan, obviously. So, yeah, Sora being in there, though, come on. You got to admit. I get there's people that don't like the character whatsoever. And maybe for some people it'd be a dud. But if you want to look at it that way, any character is going to be a dud to somebody, right? It's like, that doesn't do anything for me. But just in terms of gaming culture and gaming icons and just legends in gaming, Sora's definitely up there. Name-wise, recognition, the fan base, Sora's got everything going for him. And it would be phenomenal to finally see. Put Sora in Smash Bros. Let's see him fight against Link and Mario and Cloud again. Well, again, whatever. But, all these iconic other legendary characters. That's what I love. I think that's one of the best things I love about Smash Bros. Seeing all these different universes come together. And we don't have the Kingdom Hearts universe in Smash Bros. There's no guarantee it's ever coming to Smash Bros. But I'm just saying, if it did, it's a new world. And isn't that one of the quotes Sakurai stated? And it was like, even if we could bring one new universe to Smash Bros. That expands the world and however that phrase quote went. But it's awesome, and I don't know. I get a big smile on my face if I just think about these characters just on the same screen in the same game as one another. That's truly awesome as a video game fan. So Sora's awesome. Moveset, I guess here's a little mock-up of stuff. But moveset is there. Phenomenal character overall. Very iconic, very well known. Yeah, the whole Disney Square thing. Again, though, it's been said that they're willing to let Sora in Smash Bros. So I don't really think it's much of a hurdle as people think it is. It's definitely workable. The situation is definitely workable. So I guess the only maybe an obstacle, again, this is more of a fan rule because it was never said by Nintendo anywhere, but for the Fighter Pass, a lot of us feel that one company would not get multiple reps. Square Enix already has the Dragon Quest heroes. So would they get Sora in this one as well? They still could. Again, it's a fan rule that there's one company will not get multiple reps in the Fighter Pass. We don't know what Nintendo's been able to work up, the magic behind the scenes. We really don't know. So Sora and Smash, sign me up for this one. Easy. Got my vote in this one. I would absolutely love it. Yeah, you could say, all right, the Disney stuff, the Disney charms, what about like Mickey and Donald, whatever, about all them. You just don't have to really include them, to be honest. You could just include the Kingdom Hearts like original characters, Roxas and Miku and all sorts of, you get where I'm going with that one. So that's who would like be the spirits, obviously. But yeah, this one is very simple for me. Again, I'll recognize Fortnite default has a lot of potential, but no thanks. Give me Sora. 101 times out of 100, give me Sora for this matchup. So Sora's got my vote. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. Fortnite default, Sora, or both. All are fine options. Anyway, that is it. So a little sneak peek for tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow's matchup. Game number 100. Holy crap. Game 100. Tomorrow's matchup, Ezio Auditore from the Assassin's Creed franchise, which I think is a franchise kind of being slept on a little bit, but we'll talk about that. But his opponent, the Octolings from the Splatoon series, could be a unique new fighter. There's so many weapons in Splatoon, or it could be an Echo Fighter, whatever way you want to vote for. But that's the matchup, and then tomorrow's result is going to be from Ashley, who is taking on Springman, the Battle of the Assist Trophies. One assist trophy is staying encapsulated, so we'll see who ends up escaping for now. But that's tomorrow. Today's wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.